This morning, I am fangirling a little bit because we've got Rich Cooper here, who is a personal hero of mine almost. So, as a lot of people know, that I came from the motorbike world and mostly building race bikes, so chassis, swing arms, petrol tanks. And Rich Cooper is probably one of the most successful racers that I know personally. And he's here this morning because he's brought this bike that needs a bit of a repair. Rich, do you want to show me what's wrong or tell me about the bike?
Yeah, Triumph 765, a crash damaged bike that I brought cheaper than a full price bike. And along the way of fixing many things that I've been able to do myself, I'm now at the point when I need you to fix something for me. Yeah. And you can't really quite see it from the angle that we're at, but if you come down, there's a hole underneath the swinging arm just there where I believe what would happen, the foot peg is probably snapped off during the crash. It's got caught up along the subframe. I managed to make a nice hole underneath.
That's clean though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a clean little hole. One that probably structurally not doing too much damage, but knowing you and your work, and which I do, I thought it was a job for Bob, and we spoke about 2 or 3 months ago. I'm now at the point where the bike is nearly ready for track. Yep. And yeah, we dropped in the workshop today. I'm going to let you just do what Bob does best, really, just get on with it. I'm pretty sure no one will, to the untrained eye, we're not going to be able to tell what damage has been before. Understood.
The only challenge will be trying to put these cast and textures back in, but I'll figure something out. It'll be grand. Cool, let's go. Perfect. Always put the bolts back where you found them, so you know where they went. I can't figure out how that has been done so cleanly. It's really bizarre. I've never seen damage like that before. There is a crack here though, so I need to be aware of that, dig that out. Now, my main concern is getting this texture back into the swing arm after, which I don't think I'm going to be able to do, so I might need to kind of blend the area, so I might need to lose the paint over that whole area. I'll run it past Rich first though. We've also got this damage down here, so that the front has gone off that flat, so I might just blend the rest of it flat and then maybe flatten that. I don't know, I never have a plan. I never have a plan. So we'll cover up as much stuff as we can, because if any bits of dust or grindy stuff gets in any bearings and jams up, we might kill Rich Cooper, and I don't want to do that. He's so nice. Aluminium melts at 660 degrees. This is currently at very cold. We need to get it up to 660 degrees. If I set the welder to get up to 660 degrees really fast, then it will come out of control after. So I want to set the welder as low as it possibly can. So I'm going to cheat by bringing the temperature of the aluminium up closer to the welder's temperature, if that makes sense. So it's less hard on the welder. It also helps clean all the stuff out of the cast. There's lots of dirt in cast, well, what we consider dirt. There's lots of impurities and stuff that floats around on the inside of the casting when it liquefies, and it can cause it to just look horrible. And everybody knows that welding is about looking good, not about strength. So if you're like me and you spend your life working or in workshops or staying up late working on your projects and bits and pieces, and you miss all the good restaurants and stuff, and you're stuck having to go to that local 24-hour drive-through place that we all really hate, you can get one of these instead. This is Y-Food, the ready-to-drink meal. So what I like about these is that they're actually higher protein than a standard protein drink in a shaker. But these taste much better, more like a milkshake. They come in a range of flavors: smooth vanilla, classic choco, happy banana, fresh berry, and my favorite, cold brew coffee. And if you like vitamins and minerals, there's 26. And they'll make you a better welder. Wow! So if you want to try out Y-Food, my discount code is BOB-NEW for 20% off. Now back to the video. We have repaired the hole. No more hole. I've taken the damage out of there, I've taken the damage out of there, and took the damage out of here. I've blended this whole area. I know the scratch was only this big, but where it was flat here, I've flattened it off a little bit more on this side, and then I've kind of blended it all so it all looks, when it's sprayed, it'll look uniform. Now, one thing I'm not going to be able to do is match the texture that it was on before. So I think it comes out of the casting pretty rough looking, and then they powder coat on top of that, and then the powder coat picks up on that texture, so it gives it that. I like the texture. It's not a fault, it's just how it is. But I can't match that with the spray guns and the stuff that I have. So I'm gonna mask it all up and then spray it a matte black and see what it looks like. Good news, we have taken our debt down from £38,000 down to £33,850, which is absolutely brilliant. So keep the jobs coming. We are ripping through this really fast. And to finish off the video, some kind words from a personal hero of mine, Richard Cooper. All right, it's all done. The welding's done, the painting's done, and Richard's here to inspect the work. Hopefully it's good enough. Happy?
Yeah, I mean, fantastic, Bob. More than good enough for a race bike, honestly, it really is.
It looks like it should be.
It looks how it should. It should hopefully perform how it should. Can't thank you enough for the work. As you can see, it's every bit that you said it would be and more, if I'm honest. So yeah, thank you very much for doing that, and hopefully won't see you again.